Triangle button. Settings. New character. Create Ryo-san. Grand Staircase. April 3rd, 2000.
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Accio.
Lumos.
Revelio.
This looks like the right statue. Now, what was the password?
Descendium.
Goodness, who knew this was all down here?
Lumos.
A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken though.
Repairing.
That seems to have done the trick. This castle will never cease to surprise me.
Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Revelio. Incend.
If I could lift this platform, I think I could get it to work.
Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Lumos. Incendio. Reparo.
Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. Expelliarmus. Damage. Descendo. Levioso. Control. Triangle button.
Incendio. Levioso.
I'm going to have to get past this.
Levioso.
Press L3 button to swim faster.
Levioso. Levioso.
It looks a bit broken.
Lumos. Utility. Lumos. Disillusionment. Utility. Depulso. Accio. Force. Summons a variety of objects and enemies to close range. Certain. Reparo. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle button. Assign R2 button.
So I can try.
Levioso. Reparo.
Lumos. Utility. Disillusionment. Incendio. Damage. Its range is short and requires you to be close. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle but art.
Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
Lumos. Utility. Lumos. Utility. Allow, descent, try, Levios, R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button. Back. Descendo. Expelliarmus, Lumos. R2 button. Hold to assign. Reparo. Utility. Allows you, disillusionment. Utility. Causes you to blend into your surroundings, making it more difficult for others to perceive you.
Protego. Levioso. Levioso. Incendio.
One more to go and I'll make it across.
Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in triangle button. Art.
Incendio. Reparo.
Lumos. Utility. Disillusionment. Utility. Lumos. Disillusionment. Utility. Causes you to blend into your surroundings, making it more difficult for others to perceive you. Perfect for Levio triangle button. As art.
Levioso.
Something is getting in the way of that platform.
Accio. Levioso.
Perhaps I should cast Accio to get that frame out of the way first.
Levioso. Lumos. Incendio.
Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or Descendo. Levioso. Control. Accio. Force. Summons a variety of objects and enemies to close range. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Reparo. Utility. Allows you to quickly return certain triangle button. Assign top. Circle R2.
Reparo. Incendio. Reparo. Protego.
Lumos. Utility. Allows you disillusionment. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle button. Assign right. Cross button. Assign bottom. Art. Lumos. Utility. Allow Depulso. Levio. Triangle button.
Levioso.
Aha, got it. This must be the way out. I need to find a way to open that gate.
Incendio.
Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes.
Lumos.
Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Lumos. Lumos.
I spend the entire day in Hogwarts.
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywigs things.
You got them! Incredible.
Here they are. All yours. For a fee.
Getting them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I've brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Level 8. Quests. All. Prisoner of Love. The Portrait Cross button. Untrack quest. Level, inventory.
Do come and speak to me. I believe I can help you with something.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Justice must be served. Murder? Sounds intriguing.
This could be right up my street. Even we Hufflepuffs enjoy a good mystery.
Glad to hear you're up to the challenge. Plus, I believe you'll benefit from this undertaking. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
I shall head there directly. How would the pages help her? Can you tell me more about Helen? When were you minister?
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
I shall head there directly. How would the page... Can you tell me more about Helen?
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
I shall head there directly. How would the pages help her?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great niece can tell you more.
I shall head there directly.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there.
Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. Art.
I hope.
Lumos.
I need to stop by the owlery. Far too long.
My entire family's been bolted into Hogwarts, except for me.
Might I remind everyone that a wizard's sharpest tool is his mind. Have a pleasant chance.
Who lived here, I wonder? This place has seen better days. This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
The Thistle and the Badge, Helen Thistlewood, Reflections of a Former Auror. Retirement isn't what I expected. I enjoy the leisure time, of course, but I do miss the excitement of hunting magical fugitives. I know you're not supposed to admit that you actually enjoy the turmoil associated with the job, but how can you feel anything other than exhilaration when chasing a Ukrainian iron belly through a Muggle city, and then obliviating all of the Muggles who saw you? Or foiling a dark wizard's plot to take over the ministry with an army of Chinese chomping cabbages using only a single basket of bouncing bulbs? When the ministry finally makes all of my old cases public, my neighbors will never look at me the same way again. Old Madam Thistlewood down the lane is the one who put that nasty brute so-and-so in Azkaban. For now, I can merely insinuate, lest I divulge something confidential. I would hate to force my former colleagues into locking me away in Azkaban. Not an appealing thought. Well, I suppose I should check on my garden. The bluebells have been struggling this season. Right stick. Scroll.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an Auror.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
I'll come with you to Azkaban if it will save her. I'm not sure I want to visit Azkaban. Anything to see Azkaban. I'll come with you to Azkaban if it will save her.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
I'm ready to go. Tell me more about Apollonia.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'm ready to go. Tell me more. Can you tell me more about the prisoner, Anne?
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
I'm ready to go. Tell me more about Apollonia. Can you tell me more about the prisoner, Anne? What happened to Jackdaw's ghost?
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
I'm ready to go.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.